to the Bernabéu, of course. We were here just 4 days ago, and it's the Clásico again. welcome to the Bernabéu, of course. We were here just 4 days ago, and it's the Clásico again. It's Real Madrid, Barcelona, the two teams still waiting in the tunnels to come out. And we'll see if there's a repeat of Wednesday's result. That was a result, of course, that was much to the enjoyment of the Barcelona fans. A 3-0 victory, of course, taking them to their 6th successive cup final. That will be played at the end of May in the Via Marine against Valencia, who knocked out Betis the next day. Bit of a pity, that really. I think a lot of us would have liked Joaquin and his teammates to play in their own stadium against Barcelona. But I'm sure Valencia will be worthy opponents at the end of May. We're going to concentrate on the league now. Of course, Barcelona 7 points ahead of Atletico Madrid in second place on 50 points. Barcelona therefore with 57. And Real Madrid back a massive 9 points in third place on 48. It's a crucial game, you could argue, more so for the men in white than for Barcelona. A victory for Barcelona would really, you would imagine, put an end to any aspirations the most fanatical man in white supporter would have of winning the league. Indeed, I would say there's probably more fans wearing red and white shirts who are keen on this game than anyone else in Madrid, because of course victory for Real Madrid would take them above Atletico Madrid, who play Real Sociedad tomorrow, but it would give Simeone's men a chance of getting closer to Barcelona at the top of the table. Another interesting importance of this game, if you like, is that they've played 241 times, these two teams, 51 draws and 95 victories each. So whoever wins tonight will be the real top dog, if you like, for a while. Let's have a look at the lineups for the home team. Real Madrid lined up with Courtois in goal, Reguilón, Ramos, Varane and Carvajal at the back. In midfield it's Modric, Casemiro and Kroos, and up front Vinicius, Benzema and Bale. So a couple of changes there from the midweek game. Well, in fact, one major one, which is of course Bale coming in for Lucas. Lucas, I thought, had a decent game at on Wednesday. I think a lot of the Real Madrid players did, but a change was needed, and indeed, if anything, the Real Madrid fans were not happy with the shots on goal, let's be honest, and I think that's why Bale is in. There was a question of Marcelo coming in for Reguilón, but that's not happened. Let's have a look at the Barcelona lineup. A couple of changes there as well. Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Sergi Roberto in for Semedo, Piqué, Longley and Jordi Alba in midfield. Rakitic, Busquets and Artur, who finished the match but didn't start. This is his first start since the 20th of January. Up front, it's Dembélé, Luis Suarez and Leo Messi. On the bench for Real Madrid, Navas, Marcelo, Isco, Marco Asensio, Ceballos, Valverde and Lucas. For Barcelona, Silas and Umtiti, Aleñá, Coutinho, Vidal, Malcolm and Semedo. The referee this evening, Undiano Mayenko, in the VAR room. The wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Mateo Laoz. And we shall see if we need to talk about the VAR. I insist the VAR is a good thing. If you watched Chicharito score for West Ham last week with his hand, you might agree. I think it'll be Barcelona to get us underway. Suarez will be doing so, and Barcelona will attack. The goal to our left, Real Madrid the goal to our right. And yes, I know there's a big gap in the league. Yes, I know they've both got their eyes on the Champions League, but come on, it's El Clásico. Both teams will desperately want to win this one, and it's Barcelona who give Leo Messi a first touch. A crowd of white shirts there, loses the ball. Real Madrid play the ball forward. It'll be a first touch for Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen out to Longley. A few thought that maybe Umtiti would be in that position, but of course Longley has done ever so well since he came in, and as long as you've got one French centre-half, what more do you want? Piqué then on the ball now, pinging it down the left-hand side. Carvajal gets there ahead of Dembélé. A little bit of a heady match between him and Varane, and Varane pushes back for the first touch now for Courtois. Of course, in for Keylor Navas, who's the cup goalkeeper. Varane plays it into Casemiro. Casemiro out to Carvajal. Carvajal, another player who didn't do badly on Wednesday. As I said, maybe it was just in front of goal that Real Madrid really let themselves down, and of course defensively, otherwise you don't concede 3 goals. Carvajal into Casemiro, flicks it on. Kraus beaten to the ball by Rakitic. Rakitic, who was very solid on Wednesday, loses out on this occasion. Bale goes to ground, or Piqué goes to ground for Bale's pass, but though Bale wanted half handball, there was none doing. Now Kraus bringing it forward, he's on the edge of the D, and Busquets knocks him over. It'll be a free kick and a yellow card immediately for Busquets. He's not complaining. Indeed, he is the most booked player in El Clásico in active terms, and just clipping Kraus from behind there. That's number 11 for Busquets, and rather early yellow card. Sergio will have to watch out, because we're only in about a minute and a half into the game, and already you've got a player on a yellow. Barcelona, Piqué, Longley, Rakitic and Vidal, 1 yellow from suspension. Gareth Bale will be keen to take this one. Bale, who's, let's face it, not Mr. Popular in the Bernabéu, but a goal might help. So it's in the middle of the D, just a couple of meters out, or meter out. It's not a bad position. Leo Messi would relish this one. Indeed, it's Messi delaying any quick free kicks as the line is walled up. No, the wall is lined up even. Gareth Bale then, and Kraus over the ball. Bale will want this one. Gareth Bale steps up, hits it, oh, way over the crossbar, and that is the sign for a few whistles already. Bale, of course, as I said, not having the best of times. Scored against Levante last week, didn't celebrate the goal, and that didn't endear him anymore. Real Madrid in possession in midfield with Kraus. Back it goes to Varane. Varane gives another touch for Courtois. Courtois, of course, who can do his old ex-teammates a big favour this evening if he can keep Barcelona out. Barca, that would be difficult to do though, because Barca have scored in 18 of their last 20 visits here. Dembélé then with Busquets, pushing it back to Longley. Alongside him, Piqué. And Sergio Roberto, his first touch, gives it back to Gerrard. Extra whistles here for the Barca centre-half. Busquets just caught by Modric. Gets the ball off to Roberto. Roberto to Leo Messi. Massive shout for handball. And no complaints there from the Argentinian. Busquets just caught there by Modric. Thinks the apology was offered and accepted. Courtois pushing the ball out now to Varane. Varane finds Carvajal back to his keeper. Now Ramos, captain, pushing the ball out to Reguilon. Yet to see Vinicius get a touch. Ramos. Casemiro loses it under pressure from Busquets. Leo Messi plays it forward. Suarez doesn't get there, and well, I tell you what, Courtois had that ball, but Varane wasn't taking any chances. Ball just threaded through by Leo Messi. Good run by Suarez. And well, I think there's a lack of communication there. Suarez wasn't getting to it. First corner of the game taken. Messi to Dembélé. Dembélé returns the ball to Leo Messi. Messi drops the ball off here. Sergio Roberto back to Busquets. Busquets to Alba. Alba feels the pressure and plays it all the way back to Ter Stegen. Applause there for Bale, because it was him leading the charge as Varane heads the ball away, and Carvajal and Suarez bump into each other. The ball comes off the Uruguayan. It'll be a throw-in to the men in white. 5 minutes gone. It's Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 0. Week 26. Ramos out to Reguilon on the left-hand side. He's advancing. He's got Rakitic in front of him, plays it to Kraus, forward to Benzema. Now Casemiro, Kraus. Pretty much everybody in the middle third here. Modric. Out to Carvajal. And back he'll go to Sergio Ramos. He finds Reguilon. Reguilon being recognised, I think, as a threat. Rakitic certainly closing him down quickly. Casemiro has it now. Has support from Carvajal. Plays it forward towards Bale. Bale unable to get there. Longley is, and he plays it back to Ter Stegen. Now Jordi Alba. Forward to Dembélé. Bale tracking back with Jordi Alba then. What has been said about Bale's lack of work rate, he may just want to prove them wrong this evening. Plenty of running from him in the opening minutes here. Leo Messi on the ball now for Barça. Drops the ball off for Rakitic. Into Artur. Another player we haven't seen a lot of so far. Dembélé slips. Still gets the ball out though to Jordi Alba. Alba can't get around Carvajal. Carvajal claiming a throw-in. There's no way. Although body language says it may be a clipped Alba. Artur has the ball. He'll leave it for the ex-Valencia fullback. So Alba with the throw-in for Barca in this Clásico. Suarez has the ball now, plays inside to Rakitic, drops off for Leo Messi, little bit space here. Messi goes through two, tripped was he? No, fell over, he agrees. Ball played forward to Vinicius, Vinicius goes down, Piqué denying there was any contact. Vinicius gets the free kick. Modric, just outside the centre circle in his own half, gives it to Varane. Varane and to Carvajal, inside to Benzema. And then Carvajal gives it to Modric, out to Reguilon. Now Vinicius. Is he going to have any joy out of Sergio Roberto? We shall see. Kraus to Reguilon. Back he'll go to Ramos. I think for Real Madrid, and I'm not lacking respect for them, but they want to win the game, but I think it's also important for them not to lose by the same scoreline. Now Vinicius, his first run, plays it inside. It's a weak ball though, and it's caught by Busquets. Reguilon then catches Rakitic, but not in a nice way. It'll be a free kick to Barcelona. Little tap on the back of the ankle there. From Reguilon to Rakitic, as Barca have the ball halfway inside their own half. Busquets combining with Leo Messi. Messi to Artur. Artur, neat ball forward to Rakitic, who plays, or tried to play a good ball down the left, but plays straight into the hands of Courtois. Reguilon. Ball for Benzema to chase, advancing. Benzema inside the penalty area, shoots very much wide though, and indeed Vinicius had curled inside of him. Would have been not a bad option to cut the ball back. Good ball forward by Reguilon. Benzema, I'm not sure he was aware of Vinicius's position as Busquets wins the ball again in midfield, plays it forward to Dembélé. Dembélé has Sergio Roberto out to the right. He'll go via Rakitic to Roberto. Reguilon catches Roberto, and Busquets will point out that it's not the first free kick or foul given away by Reguilon. And Rakitic was the player who suffered the previous challenge. That wasn't as dastardly as it looked. Reguilon went for the ball. Roberto too fast for him. And Busquets reminding the referee, Undiano Mayenko, of the previous challenge. 10 minutes gone, it's still 0-0 in the Bernabéu. It's Artur playing it forward to Messi. Messi halfway inside the Madrid half, drops it to the left, gets it back from Alba, plays it again to Alba. A neat 1-2 there. Now Dembélé. Dembélé spots the run by Alba. Alba cuts to the byline, plays it in. It'll be a corner. Varane is there ahead of Suarez, and it'll be a second corner of the game to the visitors from the Catalan capital of Barcelona. Good play here, good interchange between Messi and Alba, then Dembélé and Alba. It's a good cutback, corner taken. Messi gives it to Artur. Artur steps inside. Vinicius plays into the area. Rakitic goes down rather too easily, I think. Even if the VAR looks at that, that won't be coming back. Ramos drops the ball off at Kroos in midfield. Now Modric out to Carvajal. Carvajal to Benzema. Forward to Vinicius. Vinicius goes down under the pressure of Longley. And again a free kick. Gareth Bale area, you would imagine, to the right of goal. A couple of metres outside the penalty area. As we look at the possible penalty, and no. Reguilón is there again. He's making friends this evening, but I don't think Rakitic even really thought he was getting anything there. Kroos again is over the ball. I don't know whether he's saying to Gareth Bale, look, you had your chance, and if you miss another one, those whistles are going to get loud, Pollo. So it's Kroos then with the free kick. Ramos will be happy. He'll get a chance to head this one in. Pinged in towards Ramos territory. It's headed back by Benzema. Will Vinicius get there first? He will, but he's got Piqué in front of him. Vinicius plays it in. And Casemiro with a shot blocked, and then another shot by Kroos. It's saved by Ter Stegen, to be fair. It was headed straight towards him as Modric picks it up. He's got Dembélé on top of him. Gets past one, can't get a past Suarez. There's a Barca player down in the penalty area. A winded Jordi Alba, I think. So opportunities here for Real Madrid. Casemiro's shot blocked. It was Longley. Ooh, and that was in the ribs. You could see why that would have hurt. Casemiro really hit that one. I'm not sure why the physios are not on already. The referee is with Longley. Of course, he'll be very much aware of Umtiti, fellow Frenchman sitting on the bench. Piqué wants to point out something to Mayenko. Casemiro bumped over by Rakitic. It's always difficult, isn't it, with the free kicks and corners. As Real Madrid on the attack. Modric out to Reguilón. Reguilón with a chance to play the ball into the box, and it goes over the head of Vinicius, headed away by Longley, who seems to recover. Busquets under pressure from Kroos. Play on, says the referee. Messi brings the ball away. Next time Reguilón brings someone down, it'll be a yellow card, as Messi with a good ball forward to Dembélé. Dembélé, a chance to cut it back, and it's away by Carvajal. Another corner for Barcelona. Well, I tell you what, end-to-end stuff here again in El Clásico. Really no respite for either set of defenders. So this corner by Dembélé will be going straight in, no short here. Dembélé swings it in, headed away by Ramos. But Barcelona pick it up again with Jordi Alba. Alba, aware of the fact that Piqué is still there. Artur, though, to Dembélé. Dembélé into the centre. Busquets. Back to Rakitic. To the area. There's a chance of Suarez. Oh, what a save by Courtois. Offside. There was a flag up, but I tell you, great shot by Suarez. He's already got a hat-trick against Real Madrid in the Camp Nou in the league, and 2 on Wednesday. Could have got another one. Busquets was offside as he dropped the ball off there, and the flag was well flagged, shall we say. 15 minutes gone. It's Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 0. It's the latest in the installment of the sexiest game in the world, called Los Clásicos. Barca have the ball halfway inside their own half. Longley pings it forward to Dembélé. Dembélé, caught it on his back heel there and gave it away to Carvajal. Varane now into the midfield area to Kraus. Kraus, the German midfielder, dropping off for the Croatian Modric. Out to Reguilon. Reguilon gives it to Vinicius. Plenty of red and blue around him as Vinicius tries to set Bale off. The ball wasn't a bad one, and maybe not perfect for Bale, but Bale wasn't aware of the pass. I don't know if he was really on the same wavelength there as Artur has it. Gives it to Rakitic. Always gives it to a red and blue shirt. Rakitic 1-2 in there with Sergio Roberto into Busquets. Now Rakitic again, just on the halfway line. Space on the right. Finds it for Sergio Roberto. Roberto to Messi. Back to Rakitic. Into Busquets. Messi. Messi forward to Dembélé. Dembélé loses out to Carvajal, recovered by Messi. Now Alba to Leo Messi. Ooh, Carvajal just bounces off Leo Messi there. And fortunately, Casemiro was there to block Dembélé. But it looked like Carvajal tried to kick Leo Messi, but it was as if Leo Messi's leg was made of metal, and he kind of came off by far the worst. Throw into Barcelona. Jordi Alba finds Suarez. Suarez drops off for Busquets. Busquets to Artur. Artur spins the ball inside to Piqué. The whistle's still there for Gerard Piqué. Busquets back to Longley. Now inside for Dembélé. Artur combining with Sergio Busquets. Out to Roberto. Roberto to Rakitic. Rakitic finds Suarez on the edge of the area. Suarez goes down. Optimistic look up. Nothing doing. Barca recover the ball in midfield, then lose it. Benzema. And to Vinicius. Poor pass by the French forward, though. And Vinicius unable to stop it going out for a throw-in to FCB. Sergio Roberto gives the ball to Leo Messi. Messi just hangs on to it, drops off for Artur. I'm sure Leo Messi appreciates the presence of Artur in midfield. There is a combination of wavelengths there, as there is between Leo Messi and Jordi Alba. Of course, Longley then plays the ball forward. Varane brings it down elegantly, and Longley bumps into Modric. Play continues. Barca recover the ball. Modric feeling he should have had a free kick. Advantage of play, then lost. Now Leo Messi loses the ball but gets it back, and Messi chance to chip it in. It's just wide. Goal kick as Messi got the bounce there. A little bit of a luck on the bounce, and was almost through. Let's have another look. Ball played through to Leo Messi. Came off a couple of Real Madrid players. Suarez played it through to Leo Messi, and that was a chance. The best of the game so far for Barcelona. Messi getting the ball past Courtois, but also the post. Goal kick taken. Piqué now plays it out to the right to Sergio Roberto. Roberto inside to Rakitic. Roberto once more. Now Busquets under pressure from Casemiro. Too much, says the referee. Free kick. Just inside the Barcelona half. Busquets gives it to Longley. Space on the left for Alba. Goes to Dembélé. Suarez turns, loses it. Varane combining with Bale. Bale with a neat chip to Kraus. That's appreciated. And Kraus gives it to Reguilon. Reguilon knows he's got the beating of Rakitic for pace. This time he's going to see if Vinicius can beat Piqué. Piqué goes to ground well. Vinicius complains, but Piqué is one of the best sliding tacklers in Spain. Then, you know, we always say that maybe the Premier League is the home of a slide, but Piqué, of course, may have learned that when he was at Manchester United. Who knows? Now the ball out to Carvajal. Modric plays it back to the halfway line. It'll be Varane to Ramos. Ramos forward to Casemiro. Ball control from Casemiro as the ball flicked on by Suarez. Messi chases, but Ramos gets there ahead of him. Courtois will play this ball up towards the halfway line, over it, and of course it's drawn magnetically to the feet of Piqué. Piqué plays it back to the keeper. Ter Stegen chips it over the head of Benzema, and Barca play their way easily forward here with Busquets. 20 minutes gone, still 0-0. Dembélé to Suarez. Suarez looking for Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba just about keeps it in, and Modric, though, will play it forward. Bale drops the ball off for Carvajal. Casemiro in possession now. Casemiro, decent ball there for Vinicius to chase. Ter Stegen is there first, and excellent ball forward by the midfielder. Barca, though, have it. It's back and forth, really is. Now Kraus slides in on Sergio Roberto, and Roberto recovers to concede a throw-in halfway inside the Real Madrid half. Looking at this opportunity, bounced off Casemiro to Suarez. He gave it to Messi. Messi did everything right except the chip was wide of the post. Rakitic has it. Vinicius gets a foot in, gives it to Kraus. Vinicius, he's over the sliding challenger Piqué this time. Gets to the byline, cuts it back. Benzema to Modric. Modric has to shoot. He does. Piqué recovers to slide in and block it. This time the shot was on target. Carvajal catches Busquets. They're wanting a yellow card for Carvajal. Good play by Vinicius, in so much as he was beaten by a sliding tackle moments ago. This time jumped over it, anticipated well, and well, that's what you call quick learning, I guess. Halfway through the first half, 0-0 the scoreline. Either team could score first. We've probably not going to get a 0-0 draw. We haven't had one since 2002. So goals, I'm pretty sure we're going to get. As we did last Wednesday when Barcelona walked away with a 3-0 win in the King's Cup semi-final. Now Barca on the attack. Dembélé just forced out towards the corner flag. Has support from Jordi Alba. Alba inside, back it goes to Artur. Now Busquets. With Piqué joining the attack, always a good sign for Barcelona in terms of possession. And Piqué is moving forward. Roberto, back to Piqué. Just on the halfway line. Rakitic knocked over by Reguilon, and well, this one was just a little nudge, but I definitely think Reguilon's going to get booked. As Benzema set up Modric for the chance. I think Ter Stegen would have got to it even if Piqué hadn't blocked it. Jordi Alba has the ball now, inside to Dembélé. Suarez plays it back to Artur. Artur looks out to the right to Sergio Roberto. Roberto to Rakitic. Through the legs of Reguilon. Good combination with Roberto. Now Suarez. And Reguilon concedes another corner for Barcelona. I think it's Suarez getting a few comments, shall we say, from the Real Madrid fans behind the goal to our left. It'll be the fourth corner of the game for Barcelona, none for Real Madrid so far. Messi swings it in and headed away by Reguilon, but Suarez is unable to control it. Goal kick to the men in white. 25 minutes up on the clock now. Chances at both ends. Varane now out to Carvajal. Real Madrid not finding it easy to play the ball out, but Varane picks it up from Carvajal and goes for a long ball forward. Sergio Roberto anticipates well. Kraus gets it to Casemiro. Now Kraus, the German midfielder, storming forward. Busquets, though, lovely little foot in, and Jordi Alba will bring it away for FCB. Back to Busquets, forward to Leo Messi. The Barca captain sees the run by Roberto. First of all, though, he'll go through Rakitic to Sergio Roberto. Rakitic makes the run. He's inside the penalty area. Could shoot. He does. Goal to Barcelona. Rakitic does what Leo Messi tried moments ago. And that is not what we're used to seeing. Sergio Roberto with the pass. Rakitic with the finish. Could so easily have been Leo Messi to Suarez. And it comes after Real Madrid maybe felt they were just fractionally closer to scoring. But once again, Barcelona take the lead. Rakitic to Roberto. Roberto back to Rakitic. And a lovely chipper with Courtois. You have to question whether Courtois needed to close down the angle so much. Ramos was on the point of blocking Rakitic, I think. And even though they've changed their goalkeeper, Barca have taken the lead again. It's Real Madrid 0. Barcelona, Sergio Rakitic 1. 26 minutes gone. And now I can't help but feel many a Real Madrid fan will be fearing a heavy defeat as Bale gives it to Modric, out to Vinicius on the edge of the area, plays it in, takes a deflection, he'll go out for a corner. Real Madrid's first of the game. They really need to get something quickly because the Real Madrid fans have been disappointed in recent weeks, notably that defeat to Girona. Corner comes in, Piqué is there, Vinicius, the shot comes off Piqué, a double blocked by Gerard Piqué. Vinicius, chance to play it in, he does, into the hands of Ter Stegen. So Barcelona 1-up, they just need to maybe see through the next few minutes when Real Madrid will be pushing forward. Suarez, ball halfway inside his own half. Lost, now Bale plays into the box, Piqué is there again, Casemiro to Kroos, leaves it for Modric, out to Gareth Bale, Bale chips it into the box, Benzema can't get there, it's cleared for a corner. Was it Roberto or Piqué who got the last touch? It'll be a second corner for the home team. It was a teasing ball in by the Welsh international. Jordi Alba wants to talk about something else with Mayenko, but it'll be a corner. Kroos with the corner. Swings it in. Ramos unable to get there. Longley does. Dembélé heads it further away. Ball picked up by Reguilón. Steps around the challenge of Dembélé. Plays it in. Ball headed away again by Piqué. As Suarez can't clear it, Reguilón comes forward. Reguilón into the area, goes down rather easily, nothing doing. Good call by the referee. Reguilón very close to a yellow card. Piqué wanted to speak to the left back. Reguilón will probably be told, you've already given away 3 free kicks. That could easily have been a yellow on its own. Artur not making any real movement. Reguilón trying to clip and get the penalty. Alba, Artur and Busquets all asking for a yellow card, something I don't like. I have to admit, doesn't matter who does it, I really don't like players surrounding the referee and asking for opponents to get booked. And you know why? Because tomorrow morning, loads of kids, their parents and coaches will be doing exactly the same. As we get back to the action, it's Varane. Varane just nudged over by Suarez. Suarez has a few words for the linesman. Free kick. Half hour gone, it's Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 1. And this would mean extending the gap at the top of the table over Real Madrid to 12 points. 10 over the mattress men. At the other end is Benzema to Vinicius. Vinicius loses it to Busquets. Modric goes in on Alba. The ball into the box. Vinicius unable to do anything with it. It's rather hectic at the moment. Casemiro back to Ramos. Ramos out to Carvajal. Forward to Modric. Modric to Casemiro. Casemiro to Kroos. Forward to Modric. Out to Carvajal. Carvajal plays it off Jordi Alba. It'll be a corner to Real Madrid. Modric with a massive challenge there on Alba. Just wonder if it came off his hand. But we continue the game with Kroos also taking the corners on this side. Into the box, headed away by Busquets. Vinicius leaves it, shot, oh, just deflected wide by Reguilon. A shot by Reguilon, that is. Reguilon just wide of the post. Artur, lovely turn away from Carvajal. Carvajal holding on to him, play continues. And Barca bring it forward to Leo Messi. Messi inside to Rakitic. Messi again. Barca certainly look a touch vulnerable when Real Madrid go forward, but moving the ball around in midfield rather well. Piqué. Forward to Suarez. Lovely ball. Oh, and Alba unable to control. He feels he should have. It goes out for a throw-in. Carvajal plays it back to Varane. He'll have to clear this upfield. Artur gives it to Rakitic. Rakitic looking for the through ball. Almost finding Leo Messi, but it runs through for a goal kick. Rakitic having a fine game against Real Madrid again. And this ball almost finding Leo Messi. Another goal before half-time, and you can pack your suitcases up and go home, as they say. Reguilon then, combining with Vinicius. Inside to Casemiro. Not that Real Madrid are dead and done. They certainly had their chances. Vinicius loses out to Jordi Alba. It'll be a free kick. Alba can't believe it. Vinicius can. They look to take the free kick quickly. And Busquets, rather foolishly, plays the ball back to his keeper when the referee's very much on top of it. Busquets, of course, already on a yellow. Messi having a word with the referee. We need to move forward to rugby rules. 34 minutes gone. Kroos over the ball. Sergio Ramos the most likely target. Piqué the most likely man to head it away. Kroos, in it goes. Piqué heads it away. Chipped in by Casemiro. And then Artur, as far as Vinicius, he loses the ball to Leo Messi. Good challenge there by Messi. Messi on the ball now. And a lovely pass out to the right. Sergio Roberto. Piqué leads in the attack. You know how much he likes to score in the Bernabéu. But he's going back because Leo Messi spots Dembélé. Dembélé now with time to put his foot on the ball just outside the penalty area. Plays it in towards Leo Messi. Can't believe he got that far. Messi and Ramos bumping into each other as Suarez has it. Looks for the 1-2 with Messi. Suarez, there's a triangle of players around him. Claims a handball. Nothing doing. Casemiro gets the ball out. Rakitic goes down. It'll be a free kick for the chance by Casemiro. Suarez claiming a handball and penalty. Oh, this is ridiculous. It really is. So many players around the referee, all putting their case forward. when I was a kid, I had foster parents, foster grandpa and grandma, and my brother and I used to wind each other up. And when our grandparents came home, we both used to run up to them to tell them our version of the story. Comes off the chest of Ramos. Clearly the chest. Suarez claiming the handball before the ball's even touched Ramos, etc., etc., etc. Let's have a look at Rakitic. He stayed down, challenged by Casemiro. Good position here for a free kick for Barcelona. And it's going to be a first chance for Leo Messi. It's slightly to the left of the centre, so normally you'd be saying right-footed challenge. Suarez is convinced there should have been a penalty. We'll see if we can get any update on that. Oh, I could see the claim now. But Suarez hooked the ball onto Carvajal's hand. It was about a foot from his hand. That's my understanding. I'll give Suarez that. I could see why you would claim, but I could also see why it was not given. Free kick, Leo Messi steps up, hits it over the crossbar. Not a bad effort. Not a bad effort at all. Much better than Gareth Bale's earlier on. And it curled and it just landed on the top of the net. Is there a better free kick taker in the world? Well, we know the answer. And it's not yes. It's Real Madrid on the ball in midfield. Ball back to Varane. It's El Clásico, of course. Plenty of emotion, plenty of action. Maybe technically not the most brilliant of games so far, but I can tell you what, both teams really going for it as the ball headed back by Sergio Roberto to Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen just waits for the approach of Vinicius before picking the ball up. And we'll roll it out to Artur. Artur acts as another Sergio Busquets in terms of giving Ter Stegen that double option down the middle. Busquets now out to Jordi Alba. Alba plays it back to Longley. Into the middle, headed away by Casemiro to the feet of an impressive Rakitic. He gives it to Messi. Messi to Artur. Out to Dembélé. Dembélé to Alba. Alba back inside to Dembélé, looks for the return ball, comes off the heel of Carvajal, picked up by the Frenchman. And Dembélé now to Suarez. Suarez pings it out to the right to Sergio Roberto. Roberto to Rakitic. 1-2 there, Rakitic. To Suarez. Suarez with a chance, and Courtois saves it, and Messi can't get the rebound. And Leo Messi may have just caught Courtois. An apology from Messi, and that is football that we'd like to see. Courtois going for it, Reguilon claiming he was kicked. Let's have a look. Well, suddenly Suarez in the D, plenty of space, hit it. Messi went for it, and Messi didn't really do anything wrong there, but still may have caught Courtois, and a little apology doesn't go amiss. Good save by Courtois. Messi had to go for it. Did. Maybe as he just followed through. Touch Courtois, and as I said, always nice to see a player apologising and another accepting it. Artur looking for Leo Messi, cut out by Casemiro. Modric can't get around Busquets. Fine refereeing performance so far by Undiano Mayenko. I think that's always important to point out. Messi gives it to Rakitic. The whistles are for Bale and for Ramos now. They can't get the ball back. Carvajal can. Suarez goes down. Nothing doing, says the referee. Now Vinicius on the halfway line. Is he going to challenge Roberto? Roberto's backed up by Busquets. The ball inside to Rakitic. Roberto again to Artur. Artur along the halfway line to Jordi Alba. Suarez still complaining as Dembélé plays the ball to Artur. Artur forward to Leo Messi. Messi closed down by Vinicius, gets off to Busquets. Busquets to Rakitic, back to Leo Messi. Messi has got support here from Suarez. Leo Messi goes down. Suarez with the chance to play on, doesn't take it, and again the players surrounding the referee for a yellow card. Ramos is on the ground. Leo Messi is on the ground. Let's have a look. Messi. Oh, Ramos, that's not nice. I thought it was Casemiro, but Leo Messi down, but it's a sneaky foot out from Ramos that brings Messi down. I could see why that could be a yellow card. Carvajal brought Suarez down earlier on, according to the Uruguayan. It's very intense, very competitive, and the challenges are flying in. Not dastardly and above level, if you see what I mean. But there's certainly contact. Possibly the player most likely to have been booked by now would have been Reguilón, with his early free kicks given away. Back to the action, it's Leo Messi over the ball. Really is a Clásico, isn't it? Messi, oh dear me, over the crossbar, Gareth Bale style. When I say you're going to get challenges, aren't you? You're going to get intensity. This is, after all, one of the biggest rivalries in modern-day football, in football full stop. Back to the action, Reguilón plays it forward, Modric gets it back off Sergio Roberto, Vinicius plays it forward towards Benzema, claiming a free kick for the attentions of Piqué. Piqué, the man being whistled now, level 42 on the scoreboard. It's Real Madrid 0, Football Club Barcelona 1. Suarez gets it through to Messi. No, he doesn't. He's cut out by Varane. Varane, one of the cleanest, most modelic centre-halves you could wish for. Come back to that in a moment, because Vinicius has the ball on the edge of the Barca area. Vinicius trying to do something here, and in the end, I don't know what the intention was. Shot or cross, spins out for a throw-in on the near side, and Rakitic puts a rather that fatherly hand on the top of Vinicius's head. After all, he is only 13. Vinicius will have to get used to defenders being tied up on him. He's already been marked as the danger man in this Real Madrid attack, as Varane gets the ball off Dembélé. Ball back to Ramos. Ramos will give it back to his keeper. Barcelona 54% ahead in terms of possession. By that I mean they have 54% as to Real Madrid's 46. That makes sense, doesn't it? Adds up to 100. Benzema now, half inside the Barca half, out to Bale. Bale will have to do something to impress his detractors. Gets to the byline, chips the ball in, not a bad ball. Piqué is there once again. Vinicius plays the ball in, and is headed away by Longley this time, and Sergio Roberto will play the ball out for a throw-in, out by the corner flag on the far side. Barca would be very keen indeed to keep this scoreline at 0-1 as we go towards the changing room moment. Reguilón with the throw-in. Benzema back to Reguilón. Out to Kraus, a little bit of space now. Casemiro plays it in. Carvajal heads it into the box. Modric with a header over the crossbar, and that was probably the best effort of the game so far from Real Madrid. Casemiro with the chip ball out. Modric on the end of Carvajal's header. Piqué probably did enough there to put the Croatian off, and I would say it was their best effort of the game just for half-time, just half minute to go. Real Madrid have had 8 shots, Barca 6, but Real Madrid often their shots have been as they were on Wednesday, not on target. Or if they have been on target, they've been blocked by the ribs of Longley, for example, as Suarez battles with Casemiro, the ball with Ramos. Ramos skips round Messi, but may have caught Leo Messi. Messi's gone down, play continues. Jordi Alba has it, he plays it to Rakitic. Leo Messi is still down and Barca are playing on. I would have thought it was time to play the ball out. Varane now being asked to do so. Real Madrid will play on. No, they won't. There's the half-time whistle. And Leo Messi needs to be looked at. Let's have a look at this. Barca players surrounding Longley. Piqué wouldn't have seen it from there, but Ramos, well, there's an arm swung out that was unnecessary. Mayenko sees it. Ramos did his arm. I'm not sure how much contact was made, but Leo Messi is certainly not happy at all with Ramos. They're going head-to-head there. Deer style, male deer style, if you know what I mean. But the fiery finish to the end of the game. The most important stat of the game, though, is that Barcelona have got the goal. It's Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 1. Did Ramos catch Messi on with intention there? Let's say he chipped the ball up, swung his arm out. There was no need to swing it quite so far. You could argue, as Ramos will, that your arm's going to go out. But anyway, a fiery Clásico. It's Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 1. We'll be with you for the second half. That's all for now, folks. Welcome back to the second half of El Clásico, Saturday Night Fever in the Bernabéu. It's been a fiery first half indeed, and Barcelona are leading 1-0. A tremendous goal from Rakitic, a real combination of Roberto and Rakitic that was, well, it was like Barca goal, basically, a classic Barca goal. We're seeing Leo Messi take the field now. I'm just wondering how that will end up. Ramos and Messi having that incident at the end of the first half where Ramos tried to chip the ball over Leo Messi, and he succeeded, but he also caught Leo Messi in the face. And if you're wearing a white shirt, that was an accident. If you're wearing a red and blue, it was intentional and should have been a red card. Certainly that will be one of the headlines tomorrow. Reguilón maybe was also lucky not to have got a yellow card, at least in the first half, for 3 kicks given away initially, and then a dive in the area. But anyway, let's concentrate on the football, shall we? It's Real Madrid playing from right to left, Barca from left to right. Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 1. Real Madrid trailing Barca 12 points in the league, so really would be all over, you feel, if they didn't win this. A draw wouldn't be enough even, as Gareth Bale has the ball, gives it to Benzema, out to Modric, chips it back in. Longley gets ahead on it, and indeed Longley and Piqué have dealt with everything in the air so far. Reguilón with the throw-in, gives the ball to Kraus, out he'll go to Vinicius. Vinicius plays it in, headed away, of course, by Piqué. Real Madrid recovered in midfield. Ramos to Kraus, loses out to Leo Messi. Messi brought down by Kraus. It'll be a free kick. Two captains very determined to lead their troops to victory. Messi with 18 goals against Real Madrid in the league. As Piqué takes the free kick. Forward to Suarez. Suarez out to Dembélé on the left. Back he'll go. Longley, Busquets. Gives it to the French centre-half. Forward to Dembélé. Dembélé out to Jordi Alba. Good combination as Carvajal reads it, plays the ball away, and Casemiro gets away from Alba. Gives it to Modric, forward to Gareth Bale. Bale moves into the middle of the park, strokes the ball out to Reguilón. Now Vinicius, will he take on Roberto? Vinicius always doubled up on, in this case by Roberto and Rakitic. Kraus plays it into the middle, Casemiro, poor ball, Piqué brings it away, robbed of the ball by Benzema. Benzema to Reguilón, now Vinicius, inside to Benzema. Benzema Looks for Modric, return pass. Roberto able to see it out. As far as Kraus though, now Reguilon to Vinicius. Vinicius driving towards the byline. Shows too much of it to Roberto. Roberto Piqué into the midfield area. Casemiro heads it down for Kraus. Out it goes to Reguilon. Reguilon chips it. It goes out for a corner. The first of the second half. Bright start by the men in white. 3 minutes into the second half as Real Madrid attack the goal, where their most vocal of supporters are behind the goal to our left, all dressed in white, well, certainly white-shirted. Kraus with the corner. Swings it in. That'll be an easy one. Ter Stegen punching it away. But Carvajal has it. Out to Casemiro, chips it in. Benzema! Oh, what a miss! What a miss. He was offside though. Well, just as well for Karim Benzema. But nonetheless, the Frenchman made a hash of it. He's behind Piqué, clearly offside. And just another example of Real Madrid's problem this season. Not precise enough going forward. Oh, Leo Messi, apart from that blow to the face, holding his inner groin. A few strange gestures there. But Real Madrid have the ball on the halfway line. Bale looks for Modric. Modric beaten by a combination of Busquets and Jordi Alba. Artur combines with Rakitic. Artur to Rakitic again. Rakitic, good ball out to Sergio Roberto. That was the combination that gave us the only goal of the game. Artur to Messi. Messi drops the ball back to Busquets, now to Longley. Out he'll go to Jordi Alba. Alba with Dembélé. Dembélé, Messi. Longley to Busquets. Busquets to Gerard Piqué, hence the whistles. Now Artur, so difficult to get him off the ball. Kraus couldn't say. Foul on him, gives away a free kick. Valverde preparing to come on for Real Madrid. Sounds strange, doesn't it? Of course it's not Ernesto Valverde. Hold on a minute, free kick's taken. Ball played towards Dembélé, back towards Messi. Not precise though, and Kraus will give it to Modric. Modric tearing down the right-hand side. Has to turn back, wait for support. Modric still on the ball, inside is Kraus. Reguilon out to the left. Instead the ball goes back to the right. Carvajal. Benzema and Bale wait in the middle. Modric plays it in. All the way across the area. Vinicius will just about keep it in. Plays it back to Reguilon. Reguilon inside to Kraus. Out to Vinicius. Vinicius to Kraus. To Benzema. Barça defending well. Busquets gives it to Piqué. And Piqué chips it out. Carvajal gets there, heads it. Oh, he's giving it to Suarez. Suarez with a chance to advance. Still Suarez. Can't get around the keeper. Leo Messi can't get there. Ramos clears the ball, but a real chance created by Carvajal there for Suarez. Crowded out by a combination of Carvajal and Courtois. Busquets gives it to Piqué. Piqué out to the right to Sergio Roberto. Still a fantastic pace about this game. Busquets, 1-2s with Rakitic. Now into Leo Messi inside the centre circle, out to Dembélé. Dembélé unable to be challenged there by Bale, gives it to Alba. Alba back to Messi. Little foot in from Ramos, the ball out to Rakitic. Now Artur. Great ball to Sergio Roberto. Roberto just inside the penalty area. Now Rakitic, they wanted handball. The ball chipped into the hands of Courtois. Really was a wonderful ball by Artur. I don't think it hit the hand of Roberto either. There you go again. Players tend to claim handball in error, shall we say. Let's be generous. Casemiro 1-2s in midfield with Varane. Varane back to captain Ramos. Ramos out to Reguilón, the two bad boys of the first half for Real Madrid as he drops off for Kraus. Kraus inside to Benzema. Now Casemiro to Modric. And Bale's not really done a lot. Modric combining. Bale's ball in. Collected by Ter Stegen. You can't help but feel the Bale's minutes are going to be up soon. One free kick over the crossbar, not a lot more from the Welshman. Good ball through now. Dembélé, that was Ter Stegen's pass to Dembélé already in the penalty area. Dembélé has got Carvajal to beat, and Casemiro unable to get around Casemiro, who comes away with the ball. Plenty of time here for him. Not the best of passes. Benzema gives him the ball back now. Casemiro to Reguilón. Reguilón out to Vinicius. He's got a chance to attack Roberto here. Vinicius back to Reguilón. Onto his right foot. Gareth Bale almost sneaks in behind Jordi Alba. Alba clears it. He'll be kept in by Benzema. Casemiro to Kraus. Just wondering if you want your number 9 outside the area as often as Benzema is. Vinicius picks it up. Vinicius drives across the penalty area, gives it to Modric. Modric chips it out to an ever-wanting Reguilón. Comes off the back of Roberto. Still Reguilón into Vinicius. Vinicius has Piqué to beat. Gets around Piqué and Roberto. Vinicius drills it in. Busquets is there. Plenty of Barca players in the penalty area to defend as Piqué plays it forward. Varane gets there ahead of Suarez. Handball claimed against Suarez. And the linesman getting words here from Suarez. And the referee ignoring it. I think it's going over now, but let's have a look. Well, again, it's one of those chest-arm things. Could have been the chest, it could have been the upper arm of Suarez. I think it was the chest, to be honest. I think they might have got that one wrong, but Suarez has made that clear to the linesman, continues to do so. And Valverde comes off with Kraus. Some fresh legs for the midfielders. Vinicius has it inside the penalty area. Doesn't get the shot, he does. Ter Stegen! One-handed save. Piqué clears it too. Roberto to Busquets. Busquets out to Jordi Alba. This match very much alive, just the one goal in it. 10 minutes into second half. Dembélé being asked to chase. Varane gets there first. Back to Courtois. Courtois chips the ball out to Varane. Not sure he wanted it. Varane, it was closed down by Suarez. It'll be a goal kick. Oh, it was a strange shot from Vinicius, but and a strange save from Ter Stegen. But efficient it was, effective, shall we say, as we go back to an earlier moment where Courtois did well to dive at the feet of Suarez. Reguilón on the ball for Real Madrid. Madrid enjoying this at start of the second half as Piqué gets the ball off Vinicius and gives it to Busquets. Busquets forward to Leo Messi. Messi, Dembélé, chance to shoot, Courtois. Courtois gives it to Ramos. To Modric, Ramos striding forward. The chip ball to Bale is a poor one. Jordi Alba cuts it out and gives it to Artur. Artur forward to Dembélé. Dembélé, Artur. And now long lay to Busquets. Forward to Dembélé. Space here for Jordi Alba. Alba and Dembélé slowing it down, giving it to Artur. Back to Gerard Piqué. Picked up by Busquets. Leo Messi gets away from Varane, gives it to Jordi Alba. Alba inside the area, drills it across and just past the post. Neither Suarez nor Dembélé could get on the end of it. Must have been touched out by a Real Madrid player because it'll be a corner. Jordi Alba's ball. Well, it was Carvajal that got a foot to it, and that put everybody off. Certainly is a corner. Not sure the Real Madrid fans agree. Oh, the whistles for Leo Messi. Now, to be fair, all Leo Messi did was get slapped in the mouth or in the face. It's not his fault. I think the Real Madrid fans certainly being unfair there. But then, of course, you would whistle the best player in the world. Dembélé takes the short corner off Messi, gives it to Roberto. And it goes to Artur. Lovely chip ball. A little bit too much on it, but Messi brings it down. No, he's unable to do so. It'll be a goal kick to Real Madrid. Valverde plays it out to the right. Benzema, is it? No, Carvajal, sorry. Carvajal in a battle with Alba. Plays into the middle. Casemiro to Modric. Now out to Reguilon. Benzema. Reguilon plays it in, headed away by Piqué to Rakitic. Oh, and Reguilon gets in there. Vinicius. Piqué on the floor, comes off the chest of Longley again, and Longley's taken a couple of batterings now. He's gone down. It may have been the same place. I'm saying chest, more like the ribs. There was a bit of pinball there, and eventually Vinicius hit it well. And I think Longley has stopped a goal-bound shot there. But it was painful. Corner comes in, Vinicius at the far side. There's a offence committed by the Real Madrid team, so it'll be a free kick to Barcelona. Longley really was in a very similar position to the blow he took in the first half. Just taking, plays the ball forward. Suarez drops up for Leo Messi. Messi caught by Carvajal. Play continues. No advantage in the end. Ramos gets a yellow card. And he's being too vociferous for my liking. I don't like it when they complain in that fashion. Ramos, I'm sure the referee, Mayenko, was looking for him. It was a justifiable, yes, it was yellow. It was a block on Leo Messi. Carvajal had already tried to bring him down. And a worthy yellow card indeed for Ramos, who will miss Real Madrid's next game in the league. So substitution now, Marco Asensio will get applauded, but the whistles are for Gareth Bale, I'm afraid. So Bale whistled off, Asensio applauded on. Big sign or signal there from the Real Madrid fans to the Welshman, as if he didn't already know. So free kick to Barcelona, of all people. It's Busquets over it. Halfway inside the Real Madrid half. Busquets chipping in, looking for Piqué. Ramos heads it away for a corner. Well, Busquets and Piqué obviously had that one worked out in training. Piqué and Ramos exchanging words about the incident. Ramos still maintaining his innocence. Just over a quarter of an hour into the second half. It's Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 1. Still, we could get a goal at either end here. Dembélé with the corner. Dembélé plays it in, and there's a whistle beforehand as Ramos goes down feeling he was caught, and it'll be a yellow card for Longley. And he will miss Barcelona's next league game. Oh dear, yeah. The arm probably didn't do as much damage as Ramos is claiming, but I don't think Longley can have too many complaints about the yellow. I suspect the referee might be reaching into his pocket on more than one occasion this evening. Still more yellows to come, in other words. I think you understood. I didn't need to spell it out, did I? Barcelona have the ball in midfield with that tour. Out it goes to Dembélé. Dembélé returns the ball to the centre circle. Busquets to Leo Messi now. Messi out to the left to Artur. Artur turns the ball back to Gerard Piqué. Piqué to Busquets. Busquets to Sergio Roberto. Forceful ball, well kept in by Roberto. Now Busquets 1-2s with Sergio Roberto. Plays into the centre circle. Artur out to Jordi Alba. The chants ringing around the stadium for Isco, Isco, Isco. I have to admit, I was here in September 2017 when that was last chanted with so much enthusiasm. Hold on a minute, Real Madrid on the attack here. Vinicius into the penalty area, plays the ball into the legs of Piqué and optimistically claims for handball, as they do, as all of them do. Casemiro picks the cleared ball off, gives it to Modric. Modric threads it through Vinicius. Vinicius is offside. And again, no real complaints. I think it was fairly clear. Doesn't mean there won't be complaints, as you know what I mean. So, free kick to Barcelona, just the third offside of the game. Well, Solari will have to be careful what substitution he makes. It's okay bringing Isco on, but I'm not sure he'll want to take off Golden Boy Vinicius, although Vinicius hasn't been as effective today as he was Wednesday. He certainly wasn't effective in front of goal Wednesday either, was he? As Sergio Roberto gives the ball to Busquets. Busquets forward to Leo Messi. Out to Jordi Alba. That stroked pass of Messi to Alba. Alba into Suarez. The ball headed away by Varane. Picked up by Modric. Modric able to withstand the challenges of Artur. And it'll be a free kick eventually, though. Now Valverde. Inside to Casemiro. Modric. To Casemiro. Out to Reguilon. Drops the ball off for Valverde. Casemiro. And Carvajal. Carvajal drills it in. The ball comes away and Busquets gives it to Artur. Could be a chance for Dembélé. Now Ramos steams over. You have to be careful with the challenge. And it was a fine slide-in tackle. The ball goes out for a throw-in to FCB. Artur in midfield for the Red and Blues. Gives it to Leo Messi. That'll be another free kick to Barcelona. This time the challenge on Busquets by the recently incorporated Asensio. They take the free kick quickly. It was a bit of a waste. Varane able to clear it. Now Ramos bringing it forward. Ramos out to Reguilon. Longley will miss Barca's next league match again. That's next Saturday in the Camp Nou against Rayo Vallecano. A team desperately in trouble and in need of a win, and I'm not sure they'll get it in the Camp Nou. Halfway through the second half, it's Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 1. Rakitic, the goal scorer, After a fine combination with Sergio Roberto, it's Roberto who hooks the ball forward to Leo Messi. Messi in the challenge with the opposing number 10, Modric. Valverde picks up the loose ball, gives it to Reguilon. Reguilon to Vinicius. Vinicius will look to get around. Roberto can't do so, but he wins the corner. Again, finely balanced game in terms of who could score next. Valverde to take the corner. Swings it in, headed away by Roberto. And Dembélé sets up Busquets. Busquets gets the ball off to Artur, just blocked there by Valverde, now picked up by Suarez and given to Leo Messi. Messi, Carvajal can't take him down. Messi gives it to Suarez. Suarez hooks the ball down for Dembélé on the edge of the area. Dembélé has to play it back to Rakitic, but still Barca with plenty of players forward. This ball drilled in. Leo Messi picks it up through the legs of an opponent. 1-2 with Suarez. Messi plays it across the area. Nobody's there, but Roberto keeps it in. The play still alive. Roberto back to Artur. Artur. Lay to Rakitic. Rakitic gets around Casemiro, gives it to Artur. Out to Dembélé, supported by Jordi Alba. Busquets forward to Rakitic. The 1-2 with Leo Messi. The ball picked up by Roberto. Now Piqué to Busquets. Dembélé combining with Artur. Back to the Frenchman. Dembélé now to Busquets. Forward to Messi. Messi drops the ball off for Busquets. The Ole's coming up from the Barca fans. Oh, Dembélé with a chance. And it's just wide of the post. Dembélé burst into the area. Good pass through by Leo Messi. And the shot just wide. It's an excellent run by Dembélé. Not Dembélé, that's the Lyon midfielder, isn't it? Dembélé's shot. Not far off, but veering away from goal. Courtois maybe had it covered. So we go into the last 20 minutes of the Bernabéu. And Artur will be replaced by Arturo Vidal. A bolstering of the defensive side of the Barcelona midfield. So Arturo Vidal to join Busquets and Rakitic in the Barcelona midfield. Asensio out to Reguilon. Vinicius unable to fool Roberto, but they win the throw-in. Ball given quickly to Asensio. Busquets gets a foot in, claims the throw-in. Asensio takes, gives it to Vinicius. Now Benzema to Modric. Modric was thinking of shooting, blocked. Plays the ball out to Asensio. Into the box. Piqué is always there to head it away. Valverde brings down the ball, gives it back to Asensio. Asensio unable to get around Vidal, but Real Madrid pick the ball up. Vinicius shoots high and wide, and they really need to stay behind after training, maybe, the Real Madrid forwards. Some disappointed Real Madrid fans shouting out there. I mean, I know he's only 18, but lean over the ball, young man. Barca almost made it 2-0. You get the feeling if Barca do make it 2-0, there'll be no coming back for Real Madrid as it is. They're having trouble in Ter Stegen. Dembélé plays the ball back to Longley, forward to Busquets. Gives it to Vidal. Vidal forward to Leo Messi. Messi out to Dembélé. Will he take on Carvajal? Vidal making the run. Vidal's the target man. The ball goes all the way through to Courtois. Courtois with the long throw out to Reguilón. Reguilón challenging Roberto to a race. Has to play it back though to Vinicius. Inside now to Casemiro. They want a shot, and again it's over the crossbar. Well, Real Madrid certainly getting the shots in, but they're out, if you know what I mean. Again, leaning back, scooping it. There's a fair bit of power, but no precision. Goal kick to Barcelona. Ter Stegen takes, plays it down the middle. Suarez in a battle with Varane. Or Casemiro, rather. Casemiro went to ground, but Varane is there to recover. Now Casemiro has it in the middle of the park, plays it out to Reguilón on the left. Forward to Benzema. Benzema's got Piqué on top of him. Roberto picks it up though. Loose ball. Vinicius into the box, into the hands of Ter Stegen. Now Barça have it in midfield with Busquets. To Rakitic, who drops off for Dembélé. Back to Alba to Busquets. Now Vidal, I imagine the roar will be what you guessed it was. He's going to the bench. He's not going to get a lot of time, 15 minutes or so. Going back to that Isco chant, it was September 2017. Spain needed to beat Italy to get to the World Cup. They beat them 3-0. Isco got 2 goals that day, and it was quite an outstanding performance by the national team, led by Isco. At that time, everyone thought, well, he'll be the man to lead them forward. Back to the action as Barca's attack is broken up by Casemiro, Valverde to Modric. Modric out to the right-hand side, Asensio. Real Madrid have got players going forward here. Valverde into the left-hand side it goes. Reguilón to Benzema. Benzema has Vidal in front of him, gets around him, plays it across the 6, but cleared by Longley, and it'll be a throw into Real Madrid. And the substitution being made is an offensive one, if you like. Isco coming on for a more defence-minded Casemiro. As I said, he's just got quarter of an hour to do something. The scoreline, Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 1, a result that would pretty much count Real Madrid out of the title race, you would have thought. Isco then with his first touch, heavily applauded, gives it to Carvajal, back to Isco, drops the ball off for Modric. Modric to Isco, Isco to Carvajal, back to Isco, Isco to Ramos. Ramos passes the ball out to the left to Reguilón. Inside now for Isco. Isco blocked by Vidal. The loose ball picked up by Sergio Ramos. Ramos to Isco. Isco back to Valverde. Valverde with Asensio. A lot of the young up-and-coming Real Madrid players on the pitch. Carvalho, not being one of them, of course, drops the ball off for Modric. Inside to Valverde. Valverde, Isco. Isco, Modric. Modric, a switch and play to Reguilón. Reguilón into Asensio. Just outside the area, gives it to Vinicius. Back to Marco Asensio, a little 1-2 with Isco. Asensio drills it in across the 6. Isco, oh, that was Asensio going down rather too easily. Vinicius has it. Can they find a way through? Isco gives it away to Dembélé. That was a dreadful dive by Asensio. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a yellow card when the ball goes out of play. Roberto forward to Vidal. Vidal finds Dembélé. Alba on the overlap. Dembélé to Jordi Alba. Alba drills it in, and Valverde's there with the clearance. It'll be a throw-in. Asensio surely needs speaking to for this one. Well, that, in the Premier League, that's a yellow. I'm not saying the Premier League's better, but certainly dives as poor as that. I'm not criticising him for diving so much as for diving so badly. It really was sad. Anyway, there'll be a change by Ernesto Valverde. On will come Coutinho. You know who he's coming on for. Off will go Dembélé, but that is a like-for-like substitution. Some might argue with that statement, but what I mean is positionally, you've got an attacking man going down the left being replaced by another attacking man going down the left. So Barcelona line up with Ter Stegen, Alba, Longley, Piqué, Roberto at the back. In midfield, Vidal, Busquets and Rakitic up front, Messi, Suarez and Coutinho. Rakitic just dispossessed. May have been caught there, but play continues. Throw in. Casemiro to Ramos. It wasn't Casemiro, was it? It was Varane. Casemiro's gone off, silly boy. Isco plays it out to the right. Gets it back. Then pings it out to Reguilon on the left. Reguilon tried to get around Vidal. That's not so... Oh, and Vidal with a heavy challenge there clears the ball off the leg of Reguilon. It'll be a throw into Barcelona. Taken on the side by Roberto to Vidal. Piqué plays the ball back to Longley. Also, of course, with Rayo Vallecano next Saturday. Girona midweek in the Catalan Cup. This is the final of the Catalan Super Cup. And then on 13th of March, Wednesday 13th of March, a return leg with Lyon. Just 0-0 from the first game as Isco combines with Modric. Back to Isco. Isco, I think, wanted that to go out to Reguilon. Handball by Vidal. And it'll be a free kick on this near touchline for Real Madrid. Vidal had a claim there that it might have come off the arm of Isco first. Therefore, he was not reluctant to punch the ball away. Free kick to Real Madrid. Modric plays it in towards Ramos. Ter Stegen gets there, punches it away. Ramos stays down. Benzema has the ball. Be better off getting up. Benzema back to Valverde. The ball into the box, cleared by Longley. Valverde wins it. And Reguilon loses out to Leo Messi. Valverde to Ramos. Ramos gives it to Sergio Roberto, who plays it forward. A better ball there. Suarez would have been in. Instead, it's played forward by the Real Madrid keeper, headed back. And now Suarez does get the ball. Suarez out towards the far side. It's Rakitic just inside the penalty area, gives it to Leo Messi. Messi plays it back to Coutinho. Coutinho unable to do anything with it. Asensio brings it away for Real Madrid. To Vinicius. Gets the return ball. Asensio straight into the feet of Piqué. Vidal to Busquets. Asensio too keen, and he'll pick up a yellow card for a two-footed challenge. Don't think he can have any complaints there. It was the typical challenge of a player who's just lost the ball, hasn't got much left in terms of energy, and will just do anything he can. Got the ball, fair play, but studs were up. And though some of my colleagues would disagree, I think the referee has had a good game, but that only can be said if you think that the attack by Ramos on Messi wasn't intentional. If it was, well, then he's made a big mistake there. So again, it depends what colour shirt you're wearing. It's not always as clear. Valverde could have been penalised for a rash challenge there, but Barcelona have the ball. Rakitic to Busquets, then Busquets to Vidal. Vidal back to Longley. Longley to the still whistled Gerard Piqué. That ball forward, cut out by Carvajal. Now Asensio unable to get around Rakitic. Oh, he does get a bounce there, and now Benzema losing out to Piqué. Oh, very confident Piqué. Oh, he's run that ball out. It's a corner. And there'll be a corner. Piqué trying to clear the ball by playing all the way across almost his own goal line. And eventually lost a little bit of sight of the ball. So a corner for Real Madrid, 83 minutes on the clock. Modric with the corner. Far post. Headed back in, headed away by Vidal. Still Real Madrid have it. Modric plays it forward, Asensio. A good block by Rakitic. Tremendous game by Ivan Rakitic. We'll have to go with him for MVP, I think, as the ball falls to Piqué. Now Roberto chips it to Leo Messi. In comes Valverde. Oh, it's still got an intensity that you would expect with El Clásico, as Reguilón streams as he loses possession. Throw into Barcelona on the near side, and a chance to get your breath back. Throw-in will be taken by Sergio Roberto. Challenged by Modric on Messi is a free kick. Much as Modric does complain. Coming up to the last 5 minutes. And looks like Barça with yet another victory in the Bernabéu. Something they've got used to. This would be 8 in the last 11 visits. It's quite a record, isn't it? As Sergio Roberto's got a chance now to cut this ball back to Suarez. Carvajal gets there, and then Messi almost picking up a loose ball, but it's cleared. There's an offside flag. The fans feel in. The advantage could have been played. I don't think it's that bad a deal when the referee doesn't let play continue. It's always going to be difficult to referee El Clásico, isn't it? It's, I would say, one of the most challenging games you could get. I'm sure referees like it, but he'll come off that pitch as tired as the players, if not more. Vinicius bringing the ball forward. Vidal wins possession. Long ball forward, headed away by Varane. Varane with just one victory in his games against Barcelona. This will be 1 in 10 unless something miraculous happens here, because we're into the last 5, and Barcelona will now, you would imagine, begin to value more possession than attacking. Coutinho to Rakitic. Coutinho back to Rakitic. And Coutinho inside to Vidal. Messi back to Coutinho. Coutinho out to Rakitic. Drills it across the area, but into the hands of Courtois. Vidal has gone down. He's holding his throat. Ramos again in the vicinity. Benzema forward to Vinicius. Vinicius being held at bay by Piqué. Gives it back to Benzema. Benzema thinking of shooting. He does! And Ter Stegen collects well. Let's have another look. Oh, Ramos has got his arm out again. Vidal running into it. If you're a Real Madrid fan. And Suarez has plenty to say about it. Isco, challenged by Messi, gets the ball off to Reguilón. Reguilón Comes away from Messi and Busquets, gives it to Isco. Isco feeds Reguilon and makes the move into the area. Vidal determined to win it back, and he does. Gives it to Piqué as Busquets goes to ground. Modric wins it off Sergio Roberto. Frantic end to this game. As Modric gives it to Asensio. Little back heel, Carvajal into the area. Piqué with the clearance. Forward to Suarez. Varane out jumps him. Modric coming away with the ball. Modric to Asensio. Long lay, clears. Carvajal picks it up. Jordi Alba gets the ball off to Longley through the legs of Carvajal. Carvajal with the block. It'll be a free kick and a yellow card for the protests. Carvajal, I don't think he can complain too, but that's what I was saying before. It doesn't matter how much you should complain. It doesn't have any relevance to the amount of complaining done. Carvajal put his arm out. Longley was unable to get around him. So I think a free kick, the right decision called by the nearby linesman Benzema there. Well, Ter Stegen has made saves, but he's not really had to test himself, if you know what I mean. Neither goalkeeper would say this has been the hardest evening of their footballing careers, I'm quite sure. We are into the last minute of a Clásico. Suarez and Varane going down. It's a free kick to Real Madrid. I'll just go back to Varane again. Just one yellow card in all those games against Barcelona. Really is a gentleman. But then, I don't know, what would you prefer? Plenty yellow cards or victory? I'm sure you prefer give up a few yellow cards for a win against Barca. It's not going to happen this evening, I don't think, as Isco plays the ball out to Benzema. Benzema advancing, plays it off the legs of Sergio Roberto. It'll be a corner. Corner on the left-hand side. Nelson Semedo about to come on. Piqué went down moments ago. He'll want to defend this corner first of all, though. Ball comes in, headed away by Roberto, then played away, but straight to Carvajal. Carvajal plays it into the area, headed away again, picked up by Isco. Isco to Vinicius. Vinicius being urged to shoot, comes off the body of Longley as it has done all evening. Carvajal chips it in, and it's headed down by Varane. Ramos penalised for a free kick. And I'll tell you what I like there. Ramos was penalised, as he went to ground. Piqué helped him to his feet. Nice gesture there by Gerard Piqué, because it's Piqué that Ramos had pushed. So 90 minutes are up, 90 minutes and 49 seconds, 50 seconds, 51 seconds on the clock, because 3 minutes have been added on. There'll be a substitution. Semedo will come on as Busquets is the man to go off. Semedo right back then, and Busquets being replaced means that Sergio Roberto will join Vidal and Rakitic in the middle. Rakitic maybe in the Busquets position, because it really is the Busquets position. Long ball by Ter Stegen, headed down by Varane, away by Valverde. Leo Messi has got a chance here to give it to Coutinho. Coutinho's shot is blocked by the keeper. There's an offside flag as Messi tried to pick up play. So just over a minute to go. The Real Madrid fans still want at that point, but they've given it away in midfield. Now Coutinho closer to another one for Barca here as Jordi Alba has it. So we go into the last minute of the minutes added on. Coutinho back to Vidal, slowing things down a little bit. Roberto to Coutinho, the Olays ringing out. The 1-2 with Jordi Alba. Coutinho Steps inside Modric. Still Coutinho. To Vidal off the midriff. Messi! Just wide. And Leo Messi with a little thumbs up there. Feels he should have scored. It was a great effort. Tremendous strike by Leo Messi. Just wide. And he can be happy with that as a goal attempt. Do you know what I mean? You can sometimes miss, but still feel happy, and other times not so, as Vidal with a strong challenge into Reguilon, but it'll be a throw into Barcelona. Undiano Mayenko, I'm sure, will be keen to blow the final whistle here. It's been a fiery encounter between two big rivals, but the end result will be a victory for Barcelona. Isco saying something that maybe he shouldn't have done to Leo Messi there as he went by him. There'll be a free kick now for the challenge on Suarez. Leo Messi is there, Reguilon and Suarez want to carry on. It's an untidy end to the game. In the end, it'll be a free kick to Barcelona. I'm not sure we'll even have time. Suarez with a little smile there. Has a few more words with Reguilon. Reguilon, no doubt, endearing himself to the Bernabéu faithful. And there's lots of silly little arguments. As basically Valverde saying to Vidal to come back and take the free kick. We don't want any slip-ups. Now he's going forward. Now he's coming back. I don't really understand that. The VAR's been called into action. Referee, no doubt, adding time on. We're into the 94th. We're a minute over the 3 we needed. Vidal. Vidal's looking for a yellow card, basically. And there's the final whistle. He's not going to get one because the final whistle has gone at the Bernabéu. It's a disappointed Real Madrid, a jubilant Barcelona, much more efficient in front of goal. Maybe not as fluid as they would like to be. Some of the very demanding Barcelona fans who have been spoiled, let's face it, by some tremendous football over the years, in recent years indeed. But nice to see the majority of the players shaking hands, both with the opposition and with Undiano Mayenko and his assistants. But the final scoreline is Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 1. They stretch their lead at the top of the table to 10 points over Diego Simeone's men, 12 points over the men in white. We'll be back with you on Wednesday for the Super Cup of Catalonia against Girona. Hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did. Barça victorious and at the top of the lead by even more points. That's all for now, folks.